Hi, my name is Clara Pasica, and this is the She World, where we meet extraordinary women doing extraordinary things. Our guest this week is Kate Raycraft. Kate Raycraft is a 26-year-old junior arborist at Trade Winds Tree Care in Toronto. She has a degree in environmental policy from the University of Toronto and has also studied arboriculture at Humber College. And here she is. Welcome, Kate.
It's good to be here.
Fantastic. So for those of us who might have no idea at all, what is an arborist?
An arborist is someone who works with trees. So that's making sure that they're safe for people and also healthy trees. And you can do that working with the government or with a private company, which I do. The company I work with is called Trade Winds Tree Care.
So what's a typical day like for you and your own version of what an arborist is?
At my company, we meet at the yard at 7:30 in the morning. And from there, we get all the equipment together that we need. So that includes chainsaws, that includes ropes, that includes safety equipment. It includes things like pulleys and other small bits. So that's a whole truckload of equipment that we're putting together there. And we drive to the job site, which can be someone's house, can be a business. It can be a public tree even theoretically, but usually we do people's houses. And if it's a big job, we're there all day. Someone climbs the tree. So that involves throwing a line up into the tree. And depending how high the tree is, you might probably have to go almost to the top. So from there, you're getting a really good view of the whole city from a perspective that probably no one else has ever seen. And there's someone on the ground helping clean everything up, talk to everyone, make sure that the crew's functioning and that everything's safe, and we work until the job's done and come home.
Cool. Sounds kind of scary.
It can be. Yep.
So what made you want to get involved in this career path?
I really like being outside. I don't like the idea of spending all day inside an office or anywhere like that. I like being physical. I like working outside with nature, and particularly with trees. Yeah.
So if someone was interested in becoming involved in this career path, what types of diploma programs or degrees are out there that they could begin?
I'm partway through the program at Humber College in arboriculture. So that's one that you take over 2 winters, and it lasts 3 months each, so a total of 6 months over 2 years. I guess to become a full arborist, you also need to go through an apprenticeship, which is about approximately a 3-year-ish process. It depends basically on the number of hours that you're working. At the end of that, you write an exam, and you're a certified arborist.
Cool, cool. So did you always want to do this type of thing?
I didn't even know that the job existed 2 years ago. So not really no, but I did always like working outside and all of those other aspects that I mentioned. So when I found out that this I guess type of work existed, I was really excited to see how far I could take it.
Yeah, tell me about that moment when you sort of realized that this was a career that could be for you.
I think I first heard about it through a coworker who was working with some arborists, and she was telling me about what an awesome job they had, and just the fact that you're in a tree, that you're doing something so tangible. Like you can see the results immediately, and you can see that you have been the one to do this work on this tree, make the tree safer, make the tree healthier. So that just sounded really great to me, and I totally forgot about it after that. And then about a year later, I was looking through this job board online for green jobs, and I saw that there was an ad for a free pre-apprenticeship program that was kind of sponsored through the government. So I leapt on that, and I applied, and I did an interview process. I got in, and I haven't looked back. So
cool.
It's been really good, yeah.
Cool. So why do you think this type of work is important?
Well, I mean, trees are an important part of our city. I think most people would agree that living in a city with a lot of trees is nicer, makes you feel better, happier as a person. They're important for our environment and for all the other animals and stuff going on around us too. So I really feel strongly about what I do, yeah.
Awesome. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, there still aren't that many women working in the field of arbory. Is that what it would be?
Arboriculture, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so there aren't too many people working that field. Why do you think that is?
Too many women?
Yeah.
It's a trade. So, I mean, it's not one that everyone knows, like plumbing, electrician, being a carpenter, but it is very physical. There's kind of a tendency among older people involved in it to have kind of a cowboy mentality, and we work with chainsaws, we're up in the trees, we drink lots of beer, stuff like that. And I guess the world is changing and becoming more inclusive of women and inclusive of other sorts of attitudes and approaches to trees too. So yeah, I think it's changing, and I think it's important for girls to be involved in it because they can, and because it's really fun, and it's because it's very rewarding. So, yeah.
Have you ever had an experience where you've been out on a job and you've been met with a strange reaction because you were a girl doing this job?
Yeah, I would say about a significant number of the times that we'll show up to a job site, the client, like the person who owns the home where the tree is, or whoever it may be, will come out and say, "Oh, you've got women there." And depending on who they are, sometimes it can be a positive tone and sometimes it can be a negative tone. But usually by the end of the day, if they've been watching us, they're pretty impressed, I think, with what we do. So if it's a bad reaction, usually they're I think we've changed their mind by the end.
So they see the results, and that's
enough. Well, they see that the tree, whatever needed to happen, if it needed to be felled or whatever happened, and that there were women on the job site and it functioned. So, yeah.
Cool. So if someone was a little younger, like perhaps a 13-year-old who could be watching this show, what types of things could they be doing now in their lives, extracurricularly or otherwise, to start moving towards this career path?
I always tell people to just do what you really like and to get involved doing it, so involved in a community sense. So spend as much time as you can outside, read and learn as much as you can about trees and about people who work with trees. And there are lots of organizations in the community, like one called LEAF in Toronto, LEAF, that work with urban trees. So they'd be people who are obviously always looking for volunteers. They run tree tours around. Yeah, those can be great ways to get started for sure.
Fantastic. Oh, actually, that sound means that's all the time we have for the interview portion of our show today, because that sound means it's time for challenge time. Let's see what we've got this week. Clara, your challenge this week is a leaf test. I don't know what that is, but I guess we're about to find out.
The way this challenge is going to work is I'm going to show you 5 different pictures of leaves, and we're going to see if you can tell me which leaves they are, which trees they're from.
Okay. Here we go. That is a maple.
Good.
Yay.
That's awesome. Yeah, the maple is on the Canadian flag. It's the Toronto maple leaves. That one's pretty easy to get.
I would like to think that I'd be able to get that one.
Some people get it wrong, amazingly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, next one. I have no idea what this is.
It's really pretty. These are one of my favorites. They're named after a flower.
Blossom.
They're called a tulip tree.
Okay.
And they grow these flowers that are sort of orange and greenish at once, if you can imagine that. And they're native to this area. They're super beautiful. They used to be everywhere, and now there's very few of them left in Toronto. So that's one that we like to promote.
Okay. Next. Evergreen.
Good.
I don't know.
It's a Christmas tree.
Spruce. I don't know.
It's a
pine tree.
Pine, yeah, it's a white pine, and you can tell because there are 5 needles in the cluster and 5 letters in white, WHITE.
Huh.
So the pines are the ones that are always in clusters, and spruces are like the needles are all along the whole branch.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay, what do we have next?
Next one.
Okay. I want to say oak.
It's an oak. It's an oak. What gave it away?
I'm remembering rudimentary knowledge from elementary school.
Yeah, right on.
Oh, yeah, that's I don't know what that is.
It's tricky. I don't always get this one by the leaves either. This one's called a pawpaw.
Oh, a pawpaw.
Duh. P-A-W. And they grow a fruit, which is, I've heard it's kind of like a mango in texture, but they're green. And they're really, really sweet, and they're about this big. And so my lifelong goal, I think, is to try a pawpaw one. So 2.5 out of 5, not bad.
But not great. Looks like I have a little bit of tree learning to do if I want to be an arborist.
Just a little.
That's all the time we have for today. I'm Clara Pasika. You've been watching The She World. Thanks to our amazing guest, Kate. Thanks for watching. And remember, be extraordinary. I dare you.